Bing, 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 bum, bum, bing, 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 bing. Do 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 do. Bing, 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 bing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah. Mm. So it might just be me today, and that's cool. That's cool. Sundays are usually my lazy day, anyways, and I'm usually just taking some me time. So this works. But yeah, this is my knitting so far. I'm almost done section 2. So you can kind of see the sections. So here's section 1. And here's section 2. I'm hoping I can get section 2 done. I have I have 2 more rows, but that means that I have 6 passes in general. So 2 passes for row 21, 2 passes for row 22, 2 passes for row 23. So that is what I'm hoping to accomplish today, is finish section 2. Oh, my strings are crossed. Don't like when they get crossed. There we go. I think I'm good now. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to start knitting row 21. So I also use Knit Companion, and I use my phone for it. I also have it printed so I can check off what I've finished. So yeah. Oh, also, I don't know if anyone likes journaling or not, but I have 2 journals. I have my positivity journal where I only write positive things for that each day. And then I have my word dump journal. And I thought I'd share my word dump journal because I got it just from like a box of cheap Amazon paper books of see, dump. This is like the stuff that it's probably worse quality than what you would get when you were in grade school and they gave you the pink or blue or yellow paper books for your spelling or for your essays in class. And I just added a knit cover to it that I've glued down just to make it a little prettier. So I've done one in purple like this and one in yellow. And then I think next time I'm actually going to punch holes into the paper and embroider the V of knit stitches all the way across, or in a color work image type deal, and just zhuzh it up. But yeah, thank you again for joining me, and thank you everyone for donating. We've reached our original goal of $1,000 for the Canadian Cancer Society, so super pumped about that. We now have a new goal of 1,500, which should be achievable by the end of February, but I was super pumped to see that we even hit $1,000. So thank you, everyone. It really does help a lot with people experiencing cancer, their family that are coping with someone fighting cancer, the family units for support, resources, so on and so forth. So thank you again. let's get to knitting. So just a reminder, this pattern is by Julia Decker, and it's called the Perihelion Shawl. Okay. So row 21. Bum, 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 bum. Do, do. Brioche, slip, brioche, slip. Well, right make. So I'm gonna right make. Do, do, do. Also, super pumped that Canada won a bronze medal yesterday. Really awesome. Or was it Thursday? Either way, it was the first medal that we won of the Olympics. So go Team Canada. Super happy that we're making waves, taking names, just killing it. If some of you don't know, I used to be on Team Canada for trampolining. I did not go to the Olympics, but I did go to several international competitions. So I have a lot of pride in Canadian athletics. A few of my friends are actual Olympians, and it is like, now looking at it, what type of organization mindset they had to have, we had to have, it was a lot. And I know that now. So, like, to all my Olympic friends who have retired, like, you're still awesome. You're still athletes. Keep rocking. But I'm going back and forth today on watching the Olympics and watching the Super Bowl tonight. Chris has even gotten ingredients to make loaded nachos. Oh, hey B, how you doing? I'm good. I'm just on row 21 of section 2. Considering there's 4 sections, I thought by section 2 this would be bigger. Like, coming to the end of section 2, I thought it would be a bit bigger. But who knows? Maybe it really grows in section 3 and 4 and it's like obscene. I haven't looked that far in advance, other than the fact that there's syncopated brioche stitches, which I still need to double check my understanding on. But how are you doing? What are you up to? Brioche knit, do. All right. Okay. Gonna make a bright one. Make 3 right leaning. Let's do it. Okay. Slip. Make a left. Yeah, so Sundays are kind of like my Saturdays that most people would experience. Or actually might be like everybody's regular Sunday. It's usually when I look like a slob, I do absolutely nothing. I might choose to do some chores if I feel up to it, but there's no pressure if I don't. I can always get to that on Monday and Tuesday. So Sunday is the day where I usually hermit. And if anything, I get somewhat presentable because my parents or Chris or we have some sort of family event get together. So that's kind of why I close the shop on Sundays, is because of family. Otherwise, I'd probably never see my family. With the fact that most of them that are still working work Monday to Friday. And if I'm open both days on the weekend, I'll never see them. Oh, right. I'm doing make right. Yes, I'm finishing the make left. That is correct. Okay, there we go. And slip. Brioche. Slip. But yeah, Doing good. Doing good. My parents are actually going to stop by today. They picked up some stuff. So whenever they go grocery shopping, God bless them. I'm not religious. I don't know why I said that, but essentially you get the idea. Like, they're awesome. Praise my parents from my point of view. Like, they buy me food, so of course I'm going to appreciate them and praise them. They buy me food. Feed the food, gremlin. That's me. When I'm hungry, I become a food gremlin. Angry like one too, and then I cry. So if I'm moody and angry and then I start crying, I probably just really, really need food. So they're coming over and they're dropping that stuff off. I'm not sure if they're going to stick around for a while. They probably will, probably for like an hour or so, but I don't think they'll stick around for the Super Bowl. But it's funny, my mom knows that I generally go to bed around like 9:30. So she texts me Thursday night going, "Hey, are you up? If so, give your dad a call." Because my dad was probably talking about, like, "Oh, I got to get a hold of your daughter, all this jazz," but she's probably asleep. And my mom's like, "Just text her. If she's asleep, she's not going to answer. And if she is awake, she will." And he's probably like, "No, I don't want to disturb her. Like, what if my text wakes her up?" Texts do not wake me up in the middle of the night. Nope. Also, after 10 o'clock, my phone goes into sleep mode, which is only certain people's phone calls will actually go through in case of like an emergency. I want to make sure they can get a hold of me, but text messages do not. I get all those in the morning. So I call them and my dad's like, "Oh, hey, you're actually up. Okay, cool. Well, hey kid, just so you know, your uncle's going to be in town next week." This is the uncle that the last, what was it? Was it a funeral or a wedding? Something like that. One of the last large family get togethers. He said that the only reason he would ever come back to um, Ontario, so he used to live here and he moved to BC, would be for a wedding or a funeral. I think he wouldn't be coming back just for vacation or anything. Lo and behold, the old man is coming back. He's coming back for, I think, like 4 or 5 days to actually visit. Go figure. Maybe he's becoming a little, what's the word called? Nostalgic for his original place of childhood with getting older. Who knows? His son, my cousin's not coming with him, so that's a bummer. He's, in a way, kind of like me, where he's not as old as the rest of the cousins and not as young as all the new cousins, like right in the middle of like the um baby bursts in our family. So him and I kind of bond over that. So there's my cousins that are older. Sorry, there's our cousins who are older, who are like in their 40s. Then there's me. Then there's my cousins who are now reaching, I would say, like, he also falls in that. He's in his like 20s. So it's like, boom, one kid, and then all the youngins. So yeah, him and I bond on being those random outliers in our family. But I'm proud of him. He's graduated this year. Congrats from graduating from UBC. I actually need to double check on him to see if he does still plan to become a vet, because he has been doing a lot of his schooling around that, even wrote the MCATs. Super proud of him. But recently, it seems like he's not going back to school or applying, which is fine and dandy. Like, he really hustled through university. I don't know if he actually felt like he had downtime at any point. Last summer, when I was in Nova Scotia with my Nana, because her family, my mom's side of the family, is all out in Nova Scotia, in Cape Breton, in Little Brador area, near Ponacone. And they have a yearly barbecue during the August long weekend that we've been trying to get my Nana to. She's 96, so we've been trying to get her there for the last 2 years, each year, which we have, and she loves it. It re- gives her some vitality back because she can actually remember everything from back then, and what everything was, what the town was like, where her school was, all that jazz. Where when she's here, certain things she doesn't remember because her short term memory is going. But, anyways, I digress. So, we were there, and he was doing a internship at a sheep farm. I wonder what gave him that idea, a sheep farm of all things. Maybe his crazy wool infatuated cousin. I have no shame. I love that he worked on a sheep farm for a summer. So cool. But yeah, when he was doing that, he was also studying for his MCATs and doing an online course, of course. So I think he might just be taking some of that time to, be a 20-year-old, relax a little. Like, he doesn't have to really buckle in and start his life right now. Like, his parents are doing well. He's got a job, so he is still like working and making money, and he has a place to stay. He lives with his parents. He has a girlfriend who I hear is wonderful. Um, so yeah, like, super proud that he graduated and everything, but I'm not sure if he still plans to go to vet school or if he's gonna hold off on that. But it'll be nice just to touch base with him anyways and just see if he's actually gonna allow himself to be a 20-year-old for a little bit. But yeah, so his dad is coming. Oh, what happened here? Did I do something wrong? I probably did do something wrong. Hang on. Brioche knitting and talking, not always great. Okay. Right, left, 1, 2, right, left, 1, 2, right. That's it. That's supposed to be a right, so I shouldn't have pulled that slip over. There we go. Okay. We're back in business. Yeah, and I should probably check in on my other cousins and see how they're doing. I've noticed that the last month or so I've been a little distant from family and friends, probably just because I've been recharging since the holidays. So there's a term for it. I forget what it is, but it's where you're extroverted, but you recharge introvertedly. So I am very much one of those individuals. I enjoy meeting other people. I enjoy going out. I enjoy doing things. I love being a part of the community, but I have to recharge solo. Like, I need to have those hermit moments. Don't really want to, I don't want to say necessarily deal, but I just don't want to drain that social battery anymore. Um, Unfortunately, my family notices that too. Like, I'll even not call my mom daily, or even text her. My sister will barely hear from me. Um, and then when I am finally charged, I'm like, oh my gosh, she probably hates me. I don't think that's the thing. That's just in my head. But yeah, so I'm kind of coming out of that recharge funk, and I'm feeling much better from this week mentally, which is great, because that did take a lot out of me for this week. But yeah, killing it. Now, if only I can kill this brioche and like completely make this pattern seem easy to me. It's still very intimidating, but not as intimidating as when I first looked at it. And it almost seemed like Egyptian hieroglyphs. And it's like, okay, breathe, Catherine. Any pattern you are capable of figuring out, you just have to take the time to actually read the instructions and take the time to understand the instructions. So if you're doing oh, speak of the devil, there's my mom. Hang on one sec. Hey, Mom. We could probably eat lunch. Well, if you're near Helinda's, just pick up Arby's. The same thing as me. Okay. Yeah, with no ice. Okay. Bye. Oh, so my parents are almost here, so this is excellent timing because we're almost done 30 minutes. So they'll be here, and yeah. And I'm halfway done one pass. Probably been talking too much and not enough knitting. I apologize in advance. So hopefully I can get this done before they show up. At least this row. I believe I'm doing a left, am I not? Right, left, yes, okay. Right, slip, brioche, brioche, and then right, correct? Hang on, let me double check my work. Left, 1, 2, right, left, right. Okay, yep. So far, so good. I always go back now and double check that I've done the repeats correct because they're not as intuitive anymore because of how the repeats end and start. So I have to double check that I actually did it correctly. Also, if I end up doing work flat with charts and like color work and stuff, I always have to reset my mind if I then switch to something that's made in the round. Otherwise, I will work in the round color work the same way as working color work flat, which does not work. It does not, no, reading the chart that way, just wrong. It will not turn out the way it's supposed to. And it's really unfortunate because you generally don't know until you've done like 5 rows. So, yeah, definitely have to check that when I do color work. It's like, what did I just do? Right, left, 1, 2, okay, right. Woo. I got this. I can do this in 5 minutes and before my parents show up. It's nice that they're going to be bringing us lunch. That's really sweet of them. Again, they probably know. We don't know if she's going to be a goblin or not. So we should bring the food. Goblin some food. I'm very easy to make happy. Yeah. Like I get happy over granola bars. It doesn't even have to be a good granola bar. I don't know if that just makes me simple-minded or something, or just easy to please, but it is what it is. I find a lot of joy in the simple things and the small things. So take that as you will, whether that's good, bad, or otherwise. I don't know. I don't really think too deeply into it. It just makes me happy, and that's what matters. Mm-hmm. And if stuff like that doesn't make you happy, then that's your prerogative as well. Live your best life. Be authentic to yourself. Yeah, like whatever makes you happy, live it, love it, indulge in it. Unless, of course, it's like mass murder. Let's avoid that, shall we? No one should be really doing that, even if you feel like it's going to be something you'll enjoy. So please don't. Yeah. Yeah. I'm also reading a murder mystery right now. So the murder mystery is called On a Skein of Dying. So it's written by Ali Peters? I'll have to double check that. But it's a murder mystery revolving around knitting. And the first page is literally setting the scene for how the victim was found. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's like small, easy paperback book that I'm borrowing from a friend. So thank you, friend. And yeah, I'm just excited to see how it continues on. And I hope it's not as judgy as the last murder mystery that involved knitting that we listened to in the audiobook craft club that the shop holds in the wintertime. That one was, oh, I forget who it was by. I'll have to double check that, but the characters are very judgy in that one. Like, whoo, oh boy, judgy. But it was still interesting to listen to. I still enjoyed it to a point in a sense. Just because it's like, it's kind of cool to see people try and throw craft and knitting into a murder mystery. It's not a linear connection I would have made. So kind of cool. Kind of cool. Oops. Oopsies. Did that too soon. Go figure. Okay, 1. And then 2. Okay. So I need to get these back over. And knit that. And then slip that. Then slip these. Okay, we're back. We're back to doing this correctly. But yeah. Ah, Vienna! Hello, hello, how are you? I just wanted to let you know, you actually made my positivity journal yesterday for my positivity entry because you are being such a positive point in my day. Like, your presence just makes me happy. So thank you, Vienna. Yes, you did. You are a positive thing in life and have entered into my positivity journal. Okay, I gotta finish this row and then I gotta make sure that I'm downstairs by the time my parents come. Otherwise, you guys are gonna hear my dogs go crazy. Okay, all right. So I did the right one. Let's do the left. I'm almost there. I have maybe this repeat and one other repeat to do. And then I have finished this pass of row 21 of section 2. So, yeah. But yeah, how are you doing, Vienna? Is the family there yet, or is it still too early for them to head over? Nice. Very nice. Yeah, Chris is already getting into the sports mood mentality. The first thing that he put on the TV this morning was the Miracle documentary. I understand it's an interesting documentary and it's hockey, and he used to play hockey, so it intrigues him. And nothing. Like, I feel like it's kind of sad I have to make a disclaimer about this, but I have nothing against Americans. Absolutely nothing. They just have a very interesting president. So we were watching Miracle, which is a documentary about the U.S. team beating the Soviet Union in, I think it was Lake Placid for the Olympics, I think. And yeah, it was interesting seeing the players back on the bench being interviewed, the camaraderie that the players had with each other, even after so many years of not seeing each other. So we've been getting into the sport brain setting in this house. Yeah, we'll see what happens, right? Could be a good time, could be a bad time. I actually don't even know who's playing in the Super Bowl today because I don't remember who made it through the eliminations. After the Bills were eliminated, I was kind of sad. Did watch, like, continue to watch after, but I don't remember who's playing. Seahawks and Patriots. Oh, okay. We're having another Seahawks and Patriots. Cool. I think the last time they played each other, it might have, no, it was the Seahawks, not the Eagles. The Eagles were last time. But the last time the Seahawks and Patriots were playing that I had seen in the Super Bowl was after, so Tom Brady was still a part of the team of the Patriots. And my friend was living in Stouffville with her partner. And we had a Super Bowl party at her place. And yeah, that was the last time I watched the Seahawks play the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Was at her then boyfriend's place. And yeah, it was a good time. I ended up, for some reason, some guy couldn't think I could do a really high kick and hit the water bottle off of his head or something. Yeah, I won that bet. Anyways, thank you for indulging my random rant. And Vienna, I don't know if you saw, but I have a word dump journal. That's just like one of those really crappy books that you give kids in like grade school. And I made a knitted cover for it. Yay! Anyways, thanks for joining me. Hope to see all of you tomorrow. Thank you. And have a great night watching the Olympics, watching the Super Bowl, or just doing whatever makes you happy. All right. I'm going to go wrangle my dogs before my parents come and get ready to subdue the food goblin in me. Bye.